And as this report points out, no legitimate basis for the investigations. Of the preliminary ones that were open, none of them went anywhere. They never found any credible threats whatsoever with any of these parents that they looked into. But as we heard from Congressman Johnson, they still created those threat tags. They still have parents now on lists that the government is watching, and that's what's scary. You read through some of the reports and you hear one dad, he was investigated because people were snitching on him, saying he was quote unquote railing against the government, the school boards. And I think I do that all the time. That's what all of us do. And yet that was enough for, for something for them to look into him. Another mom's part of a Moms for Liberty group on Facebook, and she was a gun owner. She said, "We're coming for you," obviously in the context of elections. And yet same thing, she gets scooped up in this. I mean, how terrifying is that? That it's just your regular politics, the politics of the founding fathers, really. And that's what's getting people scooped up by the government currently to say, hey, you may be a terrorist.
Yeah, I think it's really scary. And I also think that the testimony of Tiffany Justice, for example, and from Moms for Liberty, who discussed that story in the House yesterday, and also Nicole Neily of Parents Defending Education. These women spoke incredibly eloquently with anger and passion about the position of moms and parents in this country. And I think the administration made a mistake when they started coming for parents and when they started coming to get between the relationship between parents and children, which they are doing all over the place, not just with remote school that we saw, which was such a disaster for so many kids, but with the basic destruction of Title IX, with saying, as they did in Florida, which resulted in the Parental Rights and Education Act, and which is happening in countless other states, where you have educators and legislators, and even Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez yesterday speaking about how schools should withhold gender identity decisions that students are making at school, should withhold these decisions and information from parents. Parents are not going to have this, and I applaud any mom and dad who go to school board meetings and demand that their parental rights be respected. There has been a perspective among lawmakers to frame religious parents and parents who do not believe that sex is some sort of mutable, changeable condition. There has been a push to frame these parents as abusers, and it's absolutely insane. These are loving parents. You and I have talked about this repeatedly, because the way that these parents are treated simply for expressing that they are raising their kids with faith, raising their kids to trust their bodies and their own gut and their own minds, these parents are not going to be silenced. And I really respect all of the parents who are standing up for this, and the Biden administration should back off parental rights.